Hey everyone, I'm Iceland Hicks, and I teach accounting. You can get a hold of me or ask me any questions or comments. Rate this video through my email at ahicks@naperville203.org. I'd love to hear from you guys. And also, I teach this class during second and third hour. So our open house scheduled for Thursday evening means that you guys could Zoom in with me anytime between 6:51 and 7:17. And I'll be on my Zoom just casually saying hello. So feel free to click on that link, which is also in the email that this link was in. So when my boys, my sons were in high school, I liked going to open house just to kind of see the teacher and meet the teacher and kind of get a good vibe for the classroom and the atmosphere. So hopefully you can get a little bit of a feel from that from me tonight. If not, feel free to, like I said, contact me and we can chat a little bit. I also want to just say I'm happy that your student is taking this course. This is a full year accounting course, which we do entirely in Excel, Google Sheets. So your students get a lot of great experience for college, okay? As you can see by my slide here, a lot of my students go on to become business majors, and it takes quite a bit to sit for the CPA exam. So going into college knowing that accounting is going to be your thing is a good thing. So I like to try to, give the students an idea of what college accounting is like. Not necessarily, I mean, not every one of my students goes on to be a or goes on to get their CPA. A lot of my students do go on to become business majors though. And if they do that, they're going to have to take an accounting 1 course in college and an accounting 2 course. We offer both of those courses at Naperville Central. So if your son is or daughter is interested in this field, they can take another course next year if they have time left. Okay. A few things to know about me. I've got a few major goals for this year for your students. Like I just said, number 1, to prepare your students to become a college business major if that's what they're interested in doing. Naperville Central is amazing. There's so many different classes that your son or daughter can choose to take. And so again, I'm very excited that they've chosen to take this course. If they like it in high school, great. Maybe that's going to be their thing. If they don't like accounting, don't like the business class at all, maybe they should take some more of other types of courses. And you can save some time and money in college because you know that already. So that's what I think is so neat about Naperville Central. Another goal that I have for your student is to make sure that they become proficient and efficient in Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets, depending on which they use, okay? The classroom that I'm sitting in right now is the one that I usually teach this course in, and it's full of great computers with big monitors that the students can use. Unfortunately, that's not available to them right now as we learn remotely. So instead of requiring students to be in Microsoft Excel, this year, for remote teaching, we're going to use Excel or Google Sheets because they do have Chromebooks. So they're both fine. Okay, I prefer Excel a little bit just because it's a little bit more powerful when you get to some more advanced features. But everything that we do in Accounting 1 this year, your students can do in Google Sheets. That's fine. That's great. And by the time this year is over, they'll be rock stars. Okay, they'll be able to do all sorts of linking features and formulas and things of that sort. A final goal that I've got for your student is to get them ready if they want to. I'm at school, obviously, for either taking the Honors College Accounting course next year. If they're a sophomore or junior this year, they'll have time to take that next year. That course is a weighted course, which is a fantastic opportunity for them. Or to simply, like I said, help them get ready for college. A little bit about me. I got my undergrad in finance, and then I went on and got my MBA. And years later, I went back and got my teaching certificate and my degree in education. You might ask why there's an Apple logo here. That's so that I remember to talk a little bit about the fact that I try to tie everything back to the real world. Through all my years of learning, of college and business classes, I I thrived the most and I was most interested in the classes that did relate everything to actual companies. Instead of just learning theory, I want to learn how those theories relate to Apple, relate to Disney, relate to small businesses, large businesses, so on and so forth. So if you hear your student talking a little bit about a video they watched the other day on Tom's shoes. Well, you know what? We watched a video today on Tom's shoes and about the sharing and the contribution that company gives back to those that are poverty stricken. So I try to make things as interesting as possible and relate things to the real world. So we'll do some case studies, which will be pretty fun. A little bit more on the course itself. As far as the curriculum goes, everything is on Canvas. I think all of your students' classes will be that way this semester. If they are looking for a specific assignment or a due date, they should be able to find it on Canvas. I put everything into their modules. This is our textbook right here. They have an online textbook that they've all gotten into already and have access to at any time. If your student wants a hard copy of the book, I've got some. I've got a limited amount. I can check them out to your student on a first come first served basis. If you find that they learn better from a hard copy, that's absolutely fine. Shoot me an email. I can send one out to your home for you. Besides the textbook, some other things to know is that I do grade their homework. That's different than a college accounting course. A lot of colleges simply assign the homework and only give grades to tests and quizzes. I assign the homework and actually grade it. Number one, I love spreadsheets, and number two, I think it really shows students that that is the way to get ready for the tests and quizzes. Okay. Every test and quiz has a study guide. Most of our tests and quizzes are going to be open note this semester simply because we're going to be testing remotely. Okay. But that's fine. There's going to be a lot of review activities that I give them as well. Okay. A few last things to note here. Those of you that are my age or older, remember this is the classroom that of the past there. That's what I'm hoping that we get back to here someday. Obviously, right now we are not there. Some tips for success that I've got for your students. Number one, they're going to find that I'm a very positive person. I'm a coach as well. I coach the girls cross country team and here at Naperville Central, and I'm a lifelong athlete. And I am a very positive person. Okay. The quote that I have been going back to quite a bit lately is the only thing more contagious than a virus is hope. And I try to let our students know that during this time of uncertainty, during this time of pandemic, this time that we can't physically be together, we are going to keep moving forward. Okay. And it might be cumbersome at times. It might be difficult to juggle watching a Zoom with working on some Google Sheets. But we're going to make it work. Okay. And we're going to be patient and we're going to figure out a way to learn, even with, you know, the the frustration of not being together. All right. When your students come and log into the Zoom class each day, I want them to remember that they're logging into class. Okay. So this is class. First week and a half has been fantastic. Okay. Students have been on time. They've been logging in. They've been professional. But just keep that in mind. Be comfortable, but not too comfortable. Okay. I want to see their lights on. Okay. I don't want them to see them just kind of slouching in the corner someplace, wrapped in a blanket and just kind of dozing off a little bit. I want them to be at maybe a workplace with their lights on, have their Chromebook fully charged. I don't want Chromebooks, dying during class. If they do, it's okay. Log back on into the Zoom at any time. I'll let them back in. That's fine. Internet kind of gets a little shaky every now and then, and students get kicked out sometimes, and that's fine. Some things that I recommend, though, I do recommend that besides having the Chromebook charged and ready to go at the beginning of the day, that they possibly have a second device. It's not necessary, but if they've got like a tablet that they're Zooming from, and then they've got their Chromebook to be working on, that's really nice. Okay. It makes it a little bit easier to juggle, like watch me demonstrate how a Google Sheet is filled out while they go ahead and they fill out the Google Sheet on their own. Okay. And then finally, I've got on there a wireless mouse. It's nice to have a wireless mouse when you're zipping around in Google Sheets because it helps you get into the correct cells. Track pads that are a little annoying when you're trying to highlight, certain areas and things of that sort. Okay. Well, hey, hopefully you got a little bit of a vibe of what Accounting 1 is going to be all about for your son or daughter. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or comments, and I look forward to meeting you hopefully in person someday, maybe by the time we get to parent-teacher conferences or whatever the case might be. Okay? Stay healthy, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.